Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Akexnads, and welcome to the Center Channel, or as I like to call it, Best Beards on YouTube. I'm going to be taking care of all the B14, which is 95 to 99 Nissan Sentras and 200 SXs. This is my car here. When I originally bought it, it was purple. Like this. Then I thought it'd be a great idea to paint it red in the rain, which made it look like this. Then finally, I painted it black in the dirt, which is the reason for the horrible paint. Get that fixed one day, really, I swear. These are my new 18s. Ballin'! I like them a lot. This is my nasty and overcrowded trunk. It's my 10-inch 7-amp I almost never use. And my battery, which was relocated to the trunk. I'll get to that in a minute. On my other videos, I've gotten a lot of questions about my turbo kit, which is what I'm pretty much going to be going over here. Everything that was involved with that came in with it. Interior, pretty normal looking. Oil pressure gauge for turbos, very important. Here I've got a boost gauge and a air fuel gauge. Air fuel gauge not hooked up yet, but maybe we'll make a video on that here in the near future. Here's my 157,000 miles. Been turbo for about 3 of that. So we're doing pretty good. My shift knob, that added 50, 60 horsepower right there. You'd be amazed at what a shift knob can do for you. It's my shift boot there. Modified. Because it should have been on a Honda Civic, apparently. And this is my controller that came with the turbo kit. It controls the turbo timer, which keeps the car running after you turn it off. Keeps oil circulating through your turbo. It also controls the 2 extra injectors that came with it. I can change them by boost level or by RPM. And I can also have it change the settings for those 2 injectors by the temperature. I can have a correct level on there. I haven't quite figured that out yet, so we'll kind of leave that alone. This is the black box. This is the brain box for the controller I just showed you. It's wired into that mess right there. Yeah, I'm not a very good electrician, so I don't do very good at wiring. Alright, now onto the good stuff, onto the engine bay. Alright, the kit hooks up to the original airbox, which is about here, and the battery would stay about here. It's got this piece of flex pipe right here that you just bend and contort your way on up. But what I ended up doing was getting a MAF adapter and a filter here off eBay. This was about $20, and I relocated my battery to the trunk, which was a little more than that. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but ended up cutting this in half, this flex pipe here, and moving that up to the front. Figure it gets a little better airflow, and I like it a lot. Turbo is obviously below this heat shield. Right down there, there's a good shot of the turbo with the external wastegate. Preset to 6 pounds. And then obviously exhaust comes out over here. It came with the downpipe, which I think connects to the stock exhaust, but I went ahead and got a 2.5-inch exhaust all the way back when I put the kit on, seeing as how my exhaust had already rotted off anyway. Right back here, these used to be heater lines that ran all the way back, and the kit came with these little T's you can kind of see right here, and you just tee into those, and you run your water for the turbo. I ran mine around the back here, and there they are right there, and those just run right around into the turbo right down here. Let's see what I've got here. This plate, this is where my 2 extra injectors are. You can kind of see them right there. Those are my fuel control. They just come off your fuel filter here and just runs right through this plate. Here's my rising rate fuel pressure regulator. Keeps my fuel in check. Right here is where I had to tap into my distributor for my turbo timer. That way it keeps power going to it for a selected amount of time after I turn it off. Now back behind there, you can't really see where the oil pressure sending unit is on the back of the block. There's a T in there that the kit also came with, and what that T does is lets me run oil, which is this little skinnier line right here. Lets me run oil over to the turbo right here. Now, a word of warning on these water lines and this oil line. This bolt right here for the starter, that's a power bolt, and so you want to keep these up and away, because that pretty much welded the 2 wires together when I was putting it in, because they touched it. Let's see what else we got here. Oil return line is down bottom. I just drilled a big hole in there, and it's got a little thing you screw into it, and then just run straight from the bottom down to it. As far as pressure piping, here's obviously where it comes out of the turbo. Comes around. There used to be a windshield washer reservoir right here. I'm sure if I tried a little harder I probably could have made that fit, but I don't really use it that much, so I just went ahead and ditched it and ran the pipe down through the hole that made. It actually comes around behind the fender a little bit and to the front mount here, and then from the front mount it goes down and around back up to the blow-off valve, which of course is teed into a manifold vacuum source, and around back into the intake manifold. And I think that's everything that came with the kit. It's everything you need to run it properly. Let's see if I can get you a good shot of the oil pan here. Yeah, there we go. Right here is where I tapped into the oil pan, and the oil line just drops straight out of the turbo there and right into it. Also, I had to extend the wire for the oxygen sensor. The downpipe has it a little farther down, so I had to do that. That wasn't too problem, just splice the wire. I think you're actually supposed to use shielded wire, but I didn't and haven't really had any problems, so I don't know how big a deal that actually is. That's about it as far as the kit goes, and I really don't have a whole lot extra done to the car other than that. Good idea with the kit would definitely be to get a better clutch. I've got a pretty much brand new stock clutch in it, and it's not really liking the turbo. I mean, it holds it good, but I mean, if you're really gonna be getting on it hard, you're definitely gonna want a racing clutch. So, alright, that's my introduction, and I'll see y'all next week.